it's Whitney with messengerofspirit.com, and today we're going to be talking about controlling your empathic ability. So what that means is that when we are super sensitive, sometimes we pick up on other people's emotions or feelings and sometimes thoughts. So this topic is inspired by some of the questions that were asked inside of the intuitive tribe. And I really appreciate you guys asking these questions, and the comments have just been blowing up lately, so I wanted to address what it's like and how we can work to remedy some of these things. So first off, when somebody's empathic, that means that they can feel what other people are feeling, and they literally are connecting into that person's mind. Now, if you're in my 4 intuitive languages, you know that the mind is made up of the emotional field, the mental field, and our spiritual field as well. So that's why we can stand next to somebody and literally have telepathic conversation if we're in somebody's mental energy. Now, being empathic is an intuitive ability. It's a way that you can process information. We get messages from our spirit guides this way, and it comes in through our 3rd chakra. So our clairsentience, and in the 3rd chakra, this can be known as the solar plexus chakra as well. But we start feeling things. So if you've ever felt a gut feeling or felt sick to your stomach, that's most likely some empathic ability there if we're talking about energy and not an actual physical sickness that's going on. So some of the comments I saw inside of the intuitive tribe was one person said, hey, have you ever been in a public place and you just start kind of reading somebody and you didn't mean to? And so I wanted to address that. So first off, you guys know that I teach intuition and I teach mediumship. One of the first things I talk about, especially in the mediumship realm, but also with you just being intuitive, is ethics. We never want to read somebody without their permission. So I know that you're not like trying to read somebody, right? Maybe you are, I don't know. But you don't want to be going up to somebody and just giving what you're getting to them without their consent or permission. The same goes on with intuition. So intuition, in my definition, is you talking to your spirit guides for your own personal guidance. Mediumship would be you talking to spirit to give somebody else guidance. So let's talk about intuition in the sense of picking up somebody else's energy or their stuff. So when we're out in a supermarket or we're out and we're just trying to live our life and get some groceries, we don't need to just start randomly getting people's information, because that's not ethical. That's kind of like somebody just looking into the medical records of somebody or looking into like some private thoughts somebody has. We don't want to do that because we are going to stand in good ethics. Now you might be saying, well, Whitney, I know that, but like, how do I stop it? So I teach a lot of techniques in the 4 intuitive languages course that I have. And so what I'm going to do here is just share some different techniques that I think can help you now versus going into a lot of detail. One of the things that I like to share is be aware of your energy boundaries. So before you walk into the supermarket or wherever you are, take a few moments and see where your energy is. So is it weak? Is it puffed out? Make sure you're expanding your energy. So you are you, and you're only surrounding yourself by your own energy and not somebody else's. Another quick tip could be to just take a few moments and envision white light all around you before you go in, and then you can also ask your spirit guides to help protect you or buffer you from other people's energy. So your spirit guides are really there to help give you messages, let you know what's going on, and so you need to have a conversation with them and say, hey, I'm getting messages from everybody, please help here. This isn't really appropriate at this time in my life. So you want to make sure to 1, communicate with your spirit guides, and 2, make sure your energy's out there in your own energy lane. So you don't want to have somebody else mixing with yours. You want to make sure it's kind of buffed up. Now somebody in the group also posted, and they were saying that they were in a public environment or they were in a group and they got super physically sick, or it just kind of felt like, whoa. So let's talk about that. So definitely that is a sign that you are empathic. And one of the things that I really wanted to hit on was when we're exposed to a lot of energy at one time. So when I teach Reiki, for instance, and I give a Reiki attunement, this typically happens in Reiki 1, but it can happen at all the levels. When we are exposed to a lot of energy in the room, and it's good energy, like good stuff even, it's like our body is like, whoa, I don't know how to deal with this energy. And so we can feel a little bit nauseous for a while. And so what I call it is kind of like an energy sickness. And there's nothing wrong with energy. It just takes our body a little bit. It's like we've been doused in a bunch of energy and we're trying to figure out how to process it. So the more that you work with high energy, or the more you're around great energy, the easier it is to work with it, and your vibration just starts raising and you feel like, yeah, I love this. This is great. But on the flip side, if you're around a negative energy or a negative environment, that can happen if you are not protecting your energy. So you want to, if you're especially in a group, make sure your energy bubble, your aura bubble, the mind that's around you is puffed out. And you could also surround yourself in white light in that moment. I've had many situations where I have been in a crowd and there's someone who's really overstimulated in their emotional area and they're upset. And so if I start noticing, wait a minute, I'm picking up on some things, I really just take that white light, push it out around me, and I feel so good. So I just wanted to share some of these tips with you. These are amazing questions, and I hope that you join us inside of our free Facebook group. You can go to facebook.com/groups/intuitive tribe. See you there.